Hello, my name is Olivia Neri, and I'll be showing you how to make a simple, very, very simple plaid skirt on ZBrush using what materials are available. And you're not going to be making anything out of thin air or, doing anything crazy. This is going to be very, very simple. So first, you're going to just start with whatever model you have. Obviously, I'm using the female.zpr model for simplicity's sake. And in order for this plaid skirt, not to look weird on like a nude model, we're going to mask and extract the shirt. And I guess this will be a little tutorial on how to do that. So we're going to press Control on our keyboard and then however you see fit, make a shirt. It's going to be cropped so that we can get through this pretty quickly. Hit Subtool, and then under Subtool, there's going to be Extract. So once you see that, press Extract, wait a little bit, then hit Accept. So now you have a very simple bodycon shirt. Now we're going to press Insert, and then we're going to put a cone in, right? So that's huge, way too huge for our model. So we're going to make it smaller and adjust to however we see fit. I think that's a good length. However, if you look to the back, you can see that it's a little bit overshooting the back and it looks a little awkward. So we're gonna slim it down and then move it. You can move it again. That's gonna be a good starting point for our model. I know that it overshoots a little bit. We're gonna fix that. And the three brushes that you want to use is going to be move, inflate, and then also pinch. Those are just the three that we're gonna use. So on the bottom, actually before we do that, we are going to go to geometry, hit Z remesher. Well, we'll press double first, then hit Z remesher so that it adds, but then you go back to half. Hit it again. And so we have enough so that it looks pretty plaid-like. And this is the very beginning of what we should have. Go to the bottom. You're going to go to inflate, and then you're going to press Alt on your keyboard, and then just do this. Oh, actually, rather than that, we're going to make the draw size a little bit bigger so it's easier on ourselves. Press Alt again, and then we're going to do this. Oops. This is gonna make the skirt concave. Right, so once we have that, we're going to go to pinch, zoom in a little bit, make the draw size smaller, and then we're just gonna pinch it wherever we kind of see fit. It can be random, and it's usually better if it looks like it's like blowing in the wind, but the most important part is this next step, where we're gonna use the move tool. And you see how the move tool automatically hits onto the vertices of the different points of the cone? We're gonna use that to our advantage. Actually, before that, let's fix it just a little bit so that it actually fits with our model and doesn't look too weird from the backside. Now that it's underneath our shirt, we're gonna just like adjust it a little bit. See how it's already starting to look a little bit like a skirt? Okay. Again, now this is like the most important part. We're going to zoom in. Oops, I did not mean to mask. And attach yourself to one of the vertices. Also, make sure that your draw size is pretty small. And we're going to move it. Move the different vertices. Ideally, you're going to want to do this with a little bit of reference next to you so that you don't start making the plaid skirt look weird, you know? But usually it's like an out-in type of look that it has. You do that, and then you hit the next vertice, and then you go up again. Since we already went down with that other one, I'm gonna go up. And then alternate. You see how it's already starting to look a little bit like a plaid skirt once you put those practices into use? We're just gonna keep going. And once you've, made your model, made your skirt however nice you'd like it to, You just keep doing this all over the model, and obviously, for the sake of time, I am going to stop here. But see how this side is starting to look like a skirt, and then you're just gonna like, you know, change it and mold it however you see fit. It becomes a little mesmerizing once you get into the groove of things. Anyway, um, we're gonna go, or I'm just gonna open up a previous model that I've done. I made Hatsune Miku, and I gave her a skirt. And once you've played around with it enough, you can get something like this on your model, and it's just from like a cone, you know? Like you're just gonna like go up and down, up and down, up and down, and then mess with it to make it look like cloth. And this one is kind of blowing in the wind, which is why it's up a little bit. But yeah, thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, feel free to comment, and I'll do my best to answer them. Thank you so much again.